This is Daryl reporting. I know some of y'all out there. Yeah, I gotta show my pretty boo out. No, I'm gonna go with these. All right. So look, as I'm medicating myself right now, thanks to Greenleaf. Oh, gotta love Greenleaf, bro. But look, I'm starting to learn something here. It's all about awareness. Awareness, like you noticing shit, and because you questioning. You're starting to ask questions about why things are the way they are, instead of, oh, because so and so said it is, and we gotta accept it. No, fuck that shit. Somebody says it is just the way it is. They are trying to manipulate you. They don't want you to know the truth. They're gonna keep you in fear of questioning. So, I bet a lot of y'all are wondering, how the fuck am I so calm? Is it cannabis that does that? Is it like a response to going through so much trial? Is he got the Holy Spirit? Is he? I know there's so many fucking rumors going around. All right, now check this shit out. We all told lies, and we all told truths before in our life. How hard is it to tell a lie calm? Fucking impossible. How hard is it to tell the truth calm? Not hard at all, as long as nobody's making you scared to speak the truth, because their fears come from laws broken. And you see what I'm saying? All right. So once you could truly understand the meaning of truth, the meaning of a lie, the characteristics, you know what I mean? Like every stuff about it. Like how does the body move? How does you start to understand. You start understanding the mechanics of why people manipulate. Because if everything's the truth, it's either the truth or a lie. Why do people lie? Because they want to manipulate something. They want to manipulate either someone's thoughts. They want to manipulate the narrative to gain something. You see what I mean? And it takes a lot of effort to do that. You can't do that by yourself whenever you go to lie, especially a big one. Because, boy, you got a big one. You got to come with a lot of... All right, hear this out. A lie as grand as what Melissa and my dad did and my mom and all. They had to pre-plan what focal points they're going to focus on. So they knew that I didn't hold jobs all that well. They knew I did drugs, and they knew my daughter. So those are the three fucking things right there, boom. Bam! Selling points. They don't give nobody no hardcore evidence. Nobody, no room to breathe in. All right, why is Daryl doing that, though? What's going on behind the curtains? No, it's just there. Yeah. He can never speak nothing calm. And if you ever speak anything opposite of what their product is they're trying to sell you, boy, they're going to insult you. They're going to gaslight you. They're going to make you doubt your intelligence. They're going to do all these things while never respecting the fact that, hey, you're human. You're entitled to your own thinking. Why they don't want you to think for yourself? Because they want to control you, bro. Same thing with cops. I guarantee you 65% of the people in Ashland right now were wrongly imprisoned because the arresting officers went ahead and manipulated the whole fucking thing, the narrative, to keep it one way. You don't ever hear a cop going to one person's house to make an arrest. Hey, whatever, we're here for whatever and shit, because we heard from all right, let me hear your side, and I'll go question that other person. Okay, I'm not a judge. You two are good where you at. I'm going to go present this to someone that's above my pay grade. No. You got deputies that don't know shit about the law, but they have the authority to put your ass behind bars while manipulating the system, having you live in fear. How you think it was before religion got involved? I guarantee you how it was. Because you didn't have no division with religion and family structures and shit. Let's say somebody became an addict or whatever and they had some kids and shit. I guarantee you what's going to happen, because it would be like a whole village. See, that comes together. The two people, whoever the parents would be on drugs. I mean, they wouldn't go ahead and enable them or nothing, but they would stop at nothing to make sure they get the help they need to rehabilitate and get back to their kid, instead of judging them, making them be homeless and talking shit on their name and having a kid without a parent and all this other bullshit. The village would come together and help them children while never, ever, ever making them hate their parents. You know, hey, look, your parents are hitting a rough spot. Look, it could happen, and turn it into a learning experience. All right? Now, with that being said, how do you think law enforcement would be? Well, yeah, we need somebody to help, stop the bad guys and shit, but why you got to go about it with manipulation and shit? Why you got to go about it, whoever gets in trouble, you go ahead and you got to blast their name on Facebook. Good job, so-and-so, for catching them dirty. When the people that's doing all that, they don't know what the fuck's going on. They don't know some corruption and shit was going on. Why don't we have some shit like that to blast? Let's go. I guarantee you, 65% of the people in Ashland, if they had the money to get an attorney, all their shit, yeah, they could sue the sheriff's office, bro, for wrongful imprisonment. But nobody wants to fuck us because they scared to ask questions. And the community, like I said, the blue light, everybody gets. So that's why nobody talks about this shit. Nobody talks about their own personal police and try to, hey, let's just stop this. Let's go talk to some elected officials and shit, because this shit got to stop. No, everybody just accepts it what it is, and the system keeps getting worse and worse. Just like parenting and kids, worse and worse and worse. Government, worse and worse and worse. Law enforcement, worse and worse and worse. Religion, worse and worse. Look, nobody believes in God no more. Nobody is scared of God for consequences. Everybody's scared of losing their shit or what somebody else thinks of.